Okay, so as we know, variable length arguments are the arguments which can take any number of arguments in a function, in a Python function. You can see star args. So variable length argument start with star, but this is positional argument. It takes all the positional argument. Like you can see here, we are giving 3 items, 2, 3, 5, and here we are giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. So it will take any number of items. Right. So let me show you with the help of example here. And one more important thing, this argument is by default a tuple, right? As I already explained you in the last session. But yeah, so this is like, let's take one example, right? Def, we create Python function using def, right? So suppose we are creating a function sample, right? In sample, I will take one argument args. Now I am putting a star. It means it can take multiple values. So this concept is known as variable length argument. Variable length argument, right? Now what we will do is we can print its data type, right? First we can print this args, right? And we can also print its data type. Let's see what is its data type, right? Args. Okay, let's run this. Function name is sample. I'm giving 2, 3, 5, right? It will take a minute, right? Name sample. Okay, spelling is mistake. Sample, right? You can see it's 2, 3, 5 and it's a tuple. Right? Now what you can do is, inside this function I am copy and pasting here, you can iterate this, right? You can iterate this like this using for loop. For I in this args, right? So what you can do is, you can suppose you want to find its sum, right? So s is equals to 0. Each time we will add item into si, right? And at the end of this we will get the sum of this, right? Sum s, right? If you run this, I'm copying this, I'm calling the same function. Now you will get sum is equals to 10. Where 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 5 is equals to 10, right? So this is variable length argument. You can give any number of argument, right? And another thing is, you should define this at the end. For example, let me create a function def, right? Order item, right? Now if I will take order id, right, and item details, right? Item detail is your variable argument. I am keeping this variable argument, right? Now print order id, okay, and print item details. But item details, you need for loop here, right? You can also use for loop, or you can directly also print the item details, which will be a tuple, right? Which will be a tuple. Okay. Now let me call here function order items, right? So order item, suppose order ID is 1, 2, 3, and item detail is, suppose item name is your mouse, okay, wireless mouse, right? Item type is wireless, or company name is HP, right? Now if I run this, okay, order items, right? You can see order ID 1, 2, 3, and item detail is this. I need to put a column here, and then you can see. Okay, if you want, you can also print this by for loop also, right? Now we have another thing in variable argument length. We have another thing which is known as keyword argument, and this is also variable length. So variable length has two things. One is variable length positional argument. It is a tuple, right? Another one is variable length keyword argument. It is a dictionary, right? It is a dictionary. So it we represent this by 2 stars, right? 2 times asterisk. So how we can use this? Let me also rename this variable length arguments, right? Okay, now what I can do is in this sample function, I'm just copying this sample function, not copying this, I'm just copying this one, right? If you see sample, I'm taking 2 stars here, right? Let me run this sample, and one more thing, when I run this, I need to write like this: a equals to 2, b equals to 3. Why? Because it's a dictionary. Why? Because it's a dictionary. You can see it is a dictionary. A, 2, b, 3. So you need to give your argument with variable name also. This variable will represent a key. You can see here A2, B2, and this is a type of dictionary. So this is a very famous interview question. They will ask you, what do you mean by variable length arguments and what do you mean by variable length keyword arguments? So the difference is, it is a tuple, you can see output, and it is a dictionary. And there is a way to call this. If you try to call this like this, right, 2, 3, right, you will get the error. So for this, you need to make sure you will also give the key name, right? Then it will give you the exact output, right? So make sure whenever you will working with this, please make sure that you will use this. Now let me improve this argument, right? Okay, instead of this, now I'm using star 2 times, right? So here I will give name equals to, because I need to give the key. Type, it is a wireless mouse. Brand, suppose HP is a brand, right? Now if I run this, okay, then what I will do is, instead of this, I will run a for loop here, right? I can also run for loop there. So key comma value, right? Key comma value in item details dot items, because it will give you combination of key value pair, right? Now you can print here, right? K comma V. Okay, now you can see or item details, name, mouse, type wireless, and brand HP, right? There is one more scenario where you can have mix of both. So in this case, you can take like this: order ID star item, right? So item is pizza, burger, and detail is delivery, payment. So you can see I am calling this with key. So this order should be always maintained. If we are using a normal variable or normal argument, then it should be defined first, then your variable length argument, then your variable length keyword argument. This sequence should be followed if we are using all three. Otherwise it will give you error, right? So please make sure you will, whenever you are using combination, you should try to use it this way, right? So let's also try this, right? It will take a minute. So def order pizza or order food, right? Okay, so again I'm taking same these things. Okay, order ID, items, and details, right? Now print order ID, right? Column I'm putting here, order ID, print items, right? So items, print details, right? Details. Now if you call this, how you can call this? Order food. Suppose you have your order ID is 121, you have ordered 2 items, like suppose you have ordered a kulcha, or you can say chole bhature, right? Chole bhature, okay, and you have ordered dosa, right? Okay, then your order details can be your payment. For example, your payment is cash, right? And okay, order type is store pickup, pickup or the delivery, right? So I'm taking this as a pickup, right? You can see here items is chole bhature and okay, chole bhature and dosa, order type pickup and payment cash, right? So you need to make sure this order should be there, right? So this is about variable length argument, okay?